All right. Good late evening, or should I say good morning, really early in the morning. It's 1:57 a.m. in the morning right now. So, and I know some of y'all are probably saying, well, Calvin, why are you going live at 1:57 at 2 in the morning? And all dressed up at that. I have a Skype, have an international Skype meeting with another potential foreign investor. Um, you know, the two investors that became owners of Easy Lease yesterday. I did the same thing. I had to be up, this in the wee hours of the morning because it's about a 10 to 12 hour, um, you know, um, at least a 10 to, I think it's 10 to 12 hours. It may be longer than that. Um, this particular investor is out of China. So coincidentally, the other two investors, they're from a an Oriental country or an Asian country, continent, also too. So um, I don't know. I put together this platform and this startup, with Easy Lease, and I'm trying to get a lot of. Well, I try to make it available to people here locally, and people who are friends with me on Facebook and things like that. But it seems like the only people who really grasp this are foreigners for some reason. And I hate to say it, but a lot of times, we always wonder why we never get an opportunity. Well, a lot of times we have opportunities that they're before us, but we never stop to take notice of them, or we just discount them, and then we wind up being left behind. Um, Look, Easily is a great. It's going to be a great company. It's going to be a game changer. I don't know how often I got to keep saying that, but it is going to be a game changer. And if any of you out there who are looking to, looking for something that you can become a part of and become one of the owners of, this is your opportunity. Okay, this is your opportunity. Easy Lease is as far as I'm concerned, it's going to be the next Uber, but for the commercial truck industry, where people who own trucks, who are not driving the trucks are parked. Companies that have a bunch of trucks sitting on their bike lot, somewhere where they don't have a lot of drivers in them. Trucking companies, small, big, large, individual owners, private owners of trucks, drive vans and reefer trailers and things like that. Um, they'll be able to list them with Easy Lease, and then we'll be able to put people who want to lease those vehicles. They'll come in and they'll lease those vehicles, and those vehicles will be out making money. And the people who are leasing those vehicles, those guys, the lease owner operators, because Easy Leases, we're giving them 100% of the line haul. That's unheard of. Anybody knows anything about trucking knows that that's unheard of. We also allow them to 100% self-dispatch. They don't have to ask our approval to self-dispatch. That's unheard of. Um, and there's no seasoning needed for their authority or their CDL. They can be fresh out of truck driving school, and they can get, if they got the authority, they can lease through Easy Lease. Okay, the asset owners, on average, going to be taking home each week 1450 a week to the asset owner. And that's a truck that they're not driving. They don't have to pay insurance for, because the lease operator is going to be paying the insurance. Lease operator is going to be taking care of the plates and tags and stuff. And all the owner of the truck has to do is make sure that truck passed DOT inspection. And the lease operators, well, my God, they're going to be making anywhere from $4,000 to $7,000 to $8,000 or more per week. Why? Because they have no other hidden fees coming out of that lease. All they pay is the lease payment, on average about $2,200 to $2,400 per week. Even our most expensive lease will be for like an auto hauler, a truck and an auto haul trailer, 11-car trailer. That may be $3,300 to $3,500 a week, but as you already know, auto haulers can make 15,000 to 20,000 a week easy. So I mean that's that. So that's a no brainer. And the average dry van is gonna, lease operator is gonna be making somewhere in the neighborhood of $4,000 to $6,000 a week easily with Easy Lease. Why? Because all they have is a lease payment, no hidden fees, no holdback. They're not splitting their line haul. They keep 100% of the line haul. So if they're running loads that's $2 a mile, $2.50 a mile, $3, $4, $5, $6 a mile, they keep every bit of that. And they just pay their regular stuff like their insurance and their fuel. Included in with our Easy lease is a warranty, so don't have to worry about paying a warranty. Maintenance plan is included in the lease payment, so don't have to worry about maintenance. 24-hour roadside assistance, that's included, so don't have to worry about that. They can self-dispatch. If they need dispatching, they can, get dispatching from my national dispatchers network. And that's only 10%. So they still take home 90%. So I don't know what to tell y'all. I've put it out there. I've made it available to everyone. I can't have 60, 100, 1,200 owners of the company. We're only seeking $200,000, and that's what we needed. Well, we only need 187.5 right now. I think that's all we need, 187.5, because we got 12,500 already. I think, we got 12,500 from two investors already, and both those are foreign investors too. So I've got to be on with these people here on Skype at about 2:30. So I'm up, just kind of getting ready. Thought I'd do a little live and just kind of put it out there. I know probably nobody's watching this thing this time of the night, but at least it'll be recorded and you all can see it a little bit later on. But like I said, Easy Lease, you need to check it out. If you've been looking to get into something that's gonna make you a lot of money, you might want to check out what we have going on with Easy Lease. So anyway, I just wanted to come on and kind of talk about that a little bit, and and seems like all the phone calls I'm getting and the emails I'm getting are coming from people who are outside of the country. They see my stuff on YouTube and they get it. I have the whole business, presentation, up on YouTube, and they see it and they understand it. They get it. They understand that Easy Lease is going to be a game changer. They understand that it's gonna upset the status quo. And these are things that make money. These are things that become, multi-million and billion-dollar businesses like an Uber or or Lyft or the one that closely resembles what we have, and the reason is really was the inspiration for Easy Lease is Turo. If you all just go to Turo.com, you'll see that's where individuals list their luxury cars on Turo, and people rent them out. I used Turo for about 3 years. I had my Jaguar and my Cadillac and my BMW convertible were all on Turo, and was making great money from them. $70, $100, $150 a day in rental fees. With my cars on Turo, and that's what gave me the idea to create the Easy Lease business model. I said, if this is being done in the the general public for private car owners, why hasn't somebody did the same thing for people who own commercial trucks and commercial vehicles? Semi trucks, box trucks, splinter vans, and cargo vans. So, and the trailers, of course, they go along with those. So that's what I did. No one else was doing it, so I did it, and we have the business model up, and now we're in the pre-seed funding stage. We're trying to raise the rest of the capital that we need to really launch this the way it needs to be launched. And shortly after we come up with this other $187,500, we're going to be creating the shares for the company. And the two gentlemen that came in at the $6,250 level, which is our lowest level. They now own 1.25% of the company each, which means when we create our shares, and we're creating 500 million shares because that's what the SEC allows us to do. We could actually create up to 2 or 3 billion shares, but we figure 500 million, and 60% of those shares are going to go to the owners of the company. So those two gentlemen are going to get 3,750,000 shares, and and they get 1.25%, dividends from the revenue that the company's going to be turning. And if we only do 100 trucks, in the first year, we only get 100 trucks, and that's nothing when it comes to leasing. If we do 100 trucks, active leases out, first year, that's $96,000. That's on average for easy lease, like $96,000 a week. That's over $4 million. That's almost $5 million a year. So, do your math on that. What's 1.25% of $4,900,092? Okay, I think it's around $60 or $70 something thousand, per year. And that's just on the first year. And that's just from the lease payments that we were making that. Just from the lease payments. Doesn't include the dispatching revenue. Doesn't include the fuel card revenue. Doesn't include the factoring revenue. Doesn't include our relationship with the brokers, the revenue we get from that. That doesn't include, the warranty plan that we make money on and the maintenance plan that we make money on. So it doesn't include any of that. So when you factor all the other stuff in, we're looking well over 150, close to $150 to $175,000 each week. If we just get 100 trucks out. And those of you who know anything about trucking, 100 trucks is nothing when you think about what we're offering and the kind of money that the asset owners will be making also too. So, each asset owner is looking at, somewhere in the neighborhood of $75,000 a year on their truck that's just sitting there and nothing going on with it, so they can list it with us and we'll lease it out for them and they just sit back and collect their money, but each week. So, but that's it. Look, I just wanted to come on, talk about that. I was up. I got to be up on this Skype call at 2:30. So I just figured I'd, kind of chat with you all, so in case y'all looking to see, why is Calvin up at 2 a.m. in the morning and dressed in a, a blazer and, and everything. Well, this is what you do when you're entertaining or conducting business with people from out of the country. You got to be on their time schedule. So I'm on their time schedule and make it convenient for them because, look, wherever the money comes from and whoever winds up being the other owners of Easy Lease, so be it. If any of you all, my friends, associates, people on my social media pages, if it's something that you all wanted to be a part of, I've given you every opportunity to be a part of it. I've given you every opportunity to take a look at it. As of yet, I received maybe a couple phone calls and emails from people that I know or that are in my social media network, here within the States. But all the calls and emails that I've been getting so far are from, outside of the country. And the two investors that we have who are now the two new owners of Easy Lease, they're both from outside of the country. And the group I'm talking with tonight at 2:30, they're from outside of the country. So maybe they have a level of understanding and insight that, maybe we're just not up on. So, but hey, it is what it is. I don't want anyone to feel, some type of way, once Easy Lease, once we officially launch and we have all our owners in place, I just don't want people to come at me and say, hey, you didn't give me the opportunity. Why didn't you tell me about it? Why didn't you give us a chance? Well, I'm giving you a chance. So, but, but please don't do that. Don't, come to me later on and say, why, why did you exclude us, or why did you not give me a chance? Why did you not reach out to me and give me some insight on this? Because I put stuff out there. I'm posting all the time. I do videos. I've created an entire YouTube, video section, dedicated to Easy-Lease. And if you wanted to go take a look at it, it's all over Facebook, all over LinkedIn, all over Twitter, all over Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. It's all over. It's everywhere. You can just go to myeasylease.com. You can check it out. You can go to my YouTube channel, and you can check out the full business presentation there. So, it's there. Okay. Looks like I got a comment coming from somewhere. Yeah, Marvin, you're right. I am always grinding. I'm always grinding. But, that's what you have to do if you want to be, at a certain level. And I'm trying to get to that next level. And, but, I just wanted to come on since I had some time to kill. And I'm up anyway. So I thought I'd come on and just kind of, vent, and kind of let people know and understand that, I'm not excluding, them or you all from anything. If you want to take it, if you want to participate in becoming one of the owners of Easy-Lease, look, it's out there. It's there for the taking. But I want y'all to understand something. The SEC only allows regular people. These are non-accredited investors. That's everyday, ordinary people. The SEC, the Securities Exchange Commission, that's who governs. They're like the FBI of the financial world. It is only legal for regular people. These are people who are not accredited investors. If people who don't earn more than $200,000 per year as a single person, or $300,000 a year as a couple, people who don't have a net worth of $2 million, people who don't have assets totaling up to $1 million. Those are what's called accredited investors. And the SEC only allows regular people to take part in the pre-seed funding stage of any development of a startup or any company. Once we file our articles of incorporation and we are listed with the state of Florida and we have our owners in place, I can't take your money. You can't offer me any amount of money, and it will be illegal for me to accept it after that point. Okay, so if anybody that knows anything about, investing in startups, the only chance that regular people have to be a part of any startup, be one of the owners, principal shareholders, get millions of shares for, not that much money. When you look at the fact, 3.7 million shares for $6,200. If this company goes public in 5 or 6 years, the average stock price on the IPO is probably going to be somewhere around $150 to $190. So think about that. Or you're going to be, you won't be able to afford, the stock then. You could buy it, but it's not going to make you any money because you're buying it at the public offering price. People who come in on the beginning as shareholders, they get their shares for literally, pennies on the dollar. And those 3.7 million shares, if we go public in 5 or 6 years, that stock is, priced at, SEC, when they allow us to create those other shares for the general public and sell those, at $150 to $190 a share, that $3.7 million is worth 700, 800 million bucks. That's how people become wealthy. They invest in companies before they become a company. They invest in the idea. They invest in the vision. They invest in the the business model or the concept. It happened with Apple. It happened with Uber. It happened with Lyft. It happened with Amazon. Those how all those people became billionaires. And the in-between stage, between the pre-seed funding stage and the IPO stage, only accredited investors can then buy shares of that company because it's not a publicly traded company. It is a privately owned or it is a non-registered security. And you all can look this stuff up. Okay, it is a non-registered security, and regular people can't buy non-regulated or non-registered securities. Only accredited investors, hedge funds, investment banks, people like that. It's the game is really rigged, people. If you're wondering why the rich keeps getting richer, the wealthy keeps getting wealthier, well, this is why, because they are afforded the opportunity to take advantage and invest in stuff like this. You're not, other than at the very beginning, in the pre-seed funding round. When you get to the seed funding and the Series A, B, and C series, no, you can't participate in that unless you can prove that you have a net worth of $2 million and you make over $200,000 a year as a single person or $300,000 a year as a married or a couple, and you have to have made that much for the previous 2 years, and you have to be on track and make that much in the current year. You have to actually show your tax returns and show your financials to show that you do have this ability to do that. And it's not just about money. It's not just about money, because they want to see some type of professional credentials, that you hold some type of status in society, in your community, on top of having that money. So, even if you went out and won the lottery, if you don't have that professional credentials or the etiquette and things that they want to, come along with that, you can't invest in that stuff either until it gets to the IPO stage, or the only time you can get involved in it is in the pre-seed funding stage before a company becomes a company. So there you have it. All right, look, everybody. Marvin, I know you're watching, but look, I just wanted to come on. I got about 10 minutes before I got to get on this this Skype call. But I thank you all for kind of just hanging out with me at 2 a.m. in the morning. And if anybody out there is doubting my dedication to Easy Lease, don't. Okay, don't. Because I put in the work. I put in the hours. I put in a lot of my own money. I kind of maxed out all my credit cards. I've maxed out my home equity, everything I put into Easy Lease, just kind of, prepping this thing, for the last 2 years. And I'm about $200,000 short, and so that's why I'm willing to give up 40% of the company for that $200,000. So, but anyway, that's what we have. The lowest investment level with Easy Lease is $6,250, and that will get you 1.25%. If you come with $12,500, that gets you 2.5%. If you come with $25,000, that gets you 5%. If you come with $50,000, that gets you 10%. And if you come with $100,000, that gets you 20%. So, we've already raised $12,500 with the two investors at the lowest level, $6,250 each. So we raised $12,500. So we're about $187,500 shy. All right. I got to go because I got to get ready here in the next 9 minutes for this Skype call. So thank you all, and see y'all when I see you. Bye, everybody.